Is NASA lying? Is space exploration real? Did Elon Musk send a car to space? Well, this must be David's third choice of video then on his weird little tweety thing. Oh, let's have a look at it then, shall we, while I wait for people to fill in my poll to see if I want more parts of the last video that I did, which could be the video that came before this. I don't know, I'm sat here recording lots of videos in one go. My brain's going to be so naffed by the end of this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Sarcastic Bomb and welcome to the channel, and yes, we're continuing with David's Twitter-spade. We're continuing with David's meltdown on Twitter and his 4, 5, whatever links he did. I can't even remember. It's been that long. It's been a few hours, but my brain feels like it's been forever. And this one's titled 20 Proofs NASA is Lying, and then the Is NASA Lying? Is space exploration real? Did Elon Musk send car into space? And yes, it was sent, not send. Did Elon Musk send a car into space? Is sent the right thing, or is that just me thinking, nah, but dyslexia? Who knows? So, let's crack on with the video, shall we? Well, just a couple of points to start us off. One, not NASA, so there is that. Number two separate jumps. Okay, hence why name on one pod, not name on other pod. You know, it was 2 different times. This has been documented. This has been covered by other people. This video has been released this year, though. It's not even that old. So for someone to release it or re-release it from someone else's channel just shows the flat earth stupidity.
Look at this. Look at this. People actually believe that there is a car floating around out in space.
Now, your little clip there of the bloke appearing, disappearing on the ISS, been covered before. I think Dead Kennedy in Space has done a few videos on these, and it's simply because they're compilations of other clips, and someone fecked up on an edit. The thing is, though, you think that people are sitting there, none of this is live, blah, 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 the guy physically moved off screen, and then somehow it got left in there? No, doesn't work. And as for, do you believe there's a car floating in space? Do you have evidence there isn't a car in space? Just anything. And you can't say, well, it can't be a car in space because of flat earth. No, because then you need evidence for flat earth as well, and you don't even have any evidence for that.
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Like, we'd have way better CGI if it was fake.
He's right, though. If someone was taking the time to create it CGI, they'd put in some lens flare, they'd put in some stars in the background, they'd make it look really cool rather than just like, yeah, it's a car in space, that's cool, but it looks boring as shit.
Here. This is live on the air, okay? I'm going to zoom in on the Earth in Photoshop. You see the Earth? Okay, I'm going to go to Image, Adjust, Levels, and I'm going to bring the levels up. Uh-oh. What is that?
Compression artifacts. Are we really covering these points? This video's like this year. These are points that have been done. Go and get the high quality scans. Go, apply, and get a copy of the original film from NASA. The highest quality scan you could try and imagine. Or just download the free-to-use high-quality scans that are on the NASA website at the moment. And you know what? You don't get those artifacts because they're not compressed to be small, low-quality images that people can download easily. The original images are not your 3-4 meg fucking quality. It's going to be one of those days. It's going to be one of those days.
Why is there a square box around the Earth.
It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be.
Oh, points also covered 1,000 fecking times. Yes, it did have to be Photoshopped because NASA didn't have a satellite in orbit high enough up that could take a single shot of one side of Earth. There are satellites that can take single shots of Earth, but you don't like them, like Himawari 8. You go, no, that's fake because it takes this kind of picture with this kind of picture with this kind of picture and then layers them all together, and it's digital, it's not real film. Jesus H. Christ. Are all these exactly the same goddamn points we've already made?
So let's use this model of the Earth. And let's enlist the help of a friend, Taxi. You might know her.
Next segment, I'm going to show you how NASA grabs objects in 3D space, rotates them around, manipulates them. They can do this with water, with cloth, anything. And the cool thing about it is we can take what they're doing, what they're seeing with their contact virtual reality augmented lenses, and put that on a separate video layer live.
That's great and all with the technology available today, but what about 20 years ago? What about 30 years ago? 40? Yeah, you're sort of like trying to build yourself. Look, it's all virtual reality. Brilliant. And before virtual reality was a thing? No sort of answer to that. Is that just like, no, it didn't happen before then? Come on, seriously?
Just another example of NASA faking space. Take a look here at this supposed image of Jupiter. Nothing more than CGI fakery. The supposed auroras. Again, at NASA's official website, where it states Hubble captures vivid auroras in Jupiter's atmosphere. Here's the problem. The date of June 30th, 2016. Now take a look at this. Another so-called official image of Jupiter. This one's from back in 2014. You see the problem here? Now let's take a closer look at the supposed two images provided from NASA of Jupiter. All the clouds are in the same exact position. Here's a side-by-side. People can't see what's taking place here with NASA. Nothing more than fakery. I mean, give me a break. This is a complete insult if you have a brain in your head.
Oh, no, the base images are the same. Because they are the same base image. If you could read, which I'm guessing it's possibly slightly beyond you, if you actually look at the original post for the captures the aurora bit, we can read this bit. Astronomers are using NASA's Hubble Space Telescope to study auroras. Stunning light shows in a planet's atmosphere. On the poles of the largest planet in the solar system, Jupiter, this is an image composite of two different Hubble observations. The auroras were photographed during a series of Hubble Space Telescope imaging spectrograph far ultralight observations taking place as NASA's Juno spacecraft approaches and enters into orbit around Jupiter. The full color disk of Jupiter is the image. In this image was separately photographed at a different time by Hubble's Outer Planet Atmosphere Legacy OPAL program, a long-term Hubble project that annually captures global maps of the outer planets. So NASA didn't even lie to say, oh, look, this is the exact one. No. They used different imaging to take the fucking pictures of the lights and overlay it onto Jupiter. It's there. It's written. The only people who are lying is flat earthers because you think, oh, we've got them. But you lack the basic ability to read into any of this. You probably saw the image flash up as a meme from some other flat-tard and thought, yeah, I'll just pull those up and not read into it. Because that's what flat earthers do, and you make fucking spanners of yourselves. It's beyond laughable anymore. It's quite sad and quite worrying that you people are allowed out in the general population with access to cars and, good God, if you're American, access to guns. Jesus Christ.
Clear. Is this a hoax? Are you really in space still?
I don't know. We're going to have to do something for you.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Watch this. Is this a hoax? Are you really in space still?
Oh no! Someone grabbed someone else's stadium after they did a spin in basically 0G. The horrors! Surely if he was on wires he wouldn't have needed stabilising because the people holding the wires would have just stabilised him for him and the other person wouldn't have had to do anything. And what about when they go through doorways? And what about on long, uncut segments when they tour the ISS? I mean, what's your answer for that one? These wires are magic and they can go through doorways? In fact, I've got the perfect bit that'll illustrate how that won't work. Hopefully I won't get copyrighted for it.
2, 3. Dear God in heaven, I feel so stupid.
Many times during spacewalks outside the International Space Station, we can see air bubbles rising up. Can you touch on how there are air bubbles in space?
Can you be more specific? Air bubbles?
Air bubbles? Really now? Magic air bubbles that don't always go upwards. Because, yeah. I mean, you showed two clips then with one goes that way and one goes that way. Different clips though, so you could say, well, yeah, they orientated that way and then the other one that orientated that way. Yeah, what about the clips that show multiple air bubbles and they don't all go the same direction at the same time? Almost as if they're not air bubbles. I wonder how many times I can quote air bubbles. It's just the same shit over and over, isn't it? Be bits of ice, bits of flaky off paint. Could be any sort of micro fucking particles that are just big enough to be seen to catch and reflect any light. But no, they must be air bubbles because NASA's got all this amazing CGI ability to augment reality, but they can't remove an air bubble. Do you see how your logic sort of fails you at this point? Now, I can see on the timeline of doing this video what the next clip is. And by the look of it, we're looking at the Challenger disaster. So, considering before I started this clip we're 11.5 minutes in, we're going to skip the Challenger disaster. And just spin the rest of this video, because yeah, I can. Comments if you want me to do the rest of the video. I will skip the Challenger disaster though, because fuck those people who think that those people didn't die. Other people have covered it, other people have shown that person X had a wife, family, kids in location Y, while they say that person X was actually the person who was going up into space at the same time, even though they had lives that don't overlap, full school records, and they think that, oh, they're just faking everything. Well, if they've got the technology to augment reality enough that they can do all the stuff you said before, why do they even need people? Why not just CGI the entire shit out of it and say, yeah, there's no actual people there? Or why not at least give them plastic surgery afterwards? I mean, come on. Well, I almost forgot to put an actual outro on this video. Damn rants. Thank you very much to my members, Patreons. Everyone makes these videos possible, even if it's just a like or a comment down below. It's all very much appreciated. Hopefully we'll see you all on the next one. I think there's more videos left on David's tweets. I really hope there isn't, because these are so mind-numbingly badly stupid. I don't think it would drive anyone to Flat Earth, and in fact should be driving people away. And I really hope the music in this video doesn't get any sort of copyrighty bloody thingy, because my entire probably 20 pence I'll make off this video from YouTube is very much appreciated. YouTube overlord gods, please be nice to me on the video algorithm and push my video a little bit. You won't though. You won't, you bastards. Thank you very much. Good night.